Yo, 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 shit life says. Here back again. Got my homie T Mac with me once again. And what we talking about today is the whole my body, my choice thing, right? So you know that's been a popular slogan when it comes to, especially feminine or women's issues is as far as their body, right? And which I, saying kind of agree with. So how is it different when we're talking about the vaccine, right, in this pandemic? So if it can't be that for one and not for the other, right? So if you have your own body autonomy, when are we now saying that it's cool for the government to come in when they see fit and overrule that? Because then you run the risk of them saying, hey, we see fit for all issues, right? So, and this is really kind of a question that's posed to the people that support both, right? That you want your body, your choice, as far as, when it comes to maybe your body, your pregnancies and stuff like that. But then you also not just agree with the vaccine, but are pushing it on other people, right? And that's my whole thing. I'm not sure that we should be forcing medicine on anybody that doesn't necessarily want it or hasn't come to that, you know, that headspace on their own, right? We shouldn't be mandating, making laws and rules, pushing people that have to have something, right? Because just my personal feelings on it is, the vaccine is available. It's been available for some time, and that anybody that really wants it can or should have had the opportunity by now to go get it. So with that being said, I don't think it is fair to mandate that to other people, because if you've done everything you're supposed to do, I shouldn't still have to wear, be subject to the same type of lockdown scrutiny or restrictions as people that
they're
haven't.
turning it into like herd immunity, dog. Like they're gonna force you to get this shot, which in our actuality you have a choice not to get the shot. Going back to what you said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go get an abortion, you have no choice.
Yeah.
With the shot situation, you have a choice.
Yeah.
A lot of people are skeptical about the shot because how they threw it up so fast. You have AIDS, you have cancer, you have stuff that's been around longer than COVID, and they still haven't got a cure for it. So that's why a lot of people are skeptical and scared to go out here and get a vaccine that fast because they're like,
The speed at which it happened, like we've had.
And you're supposed to trust the government because they're saying it's okay because they got a shot in their arm. Everybody's like looking like guinea pig. To me,
true. I understand that. So I think that we have to understand that for everybody, right? So I'm just not in favor of mandating that everybody has to have a vaccination, mandating these things like that, because
you should have a choice.
If certain businesses aren't comfortable, I think, and this is what I think the whole issue is, right? I think they're trying to avoid the dual society thing, right? To where vaccinated people can move a certain way and unvaccinated people can move another kind of way. But I don't know if that's fair or not, right? Because if you went and got vaccinated and they're saying your risk is mitigated for certain shit, you should be able to move how you kind of want to move in a way.
Typically, it's already like that,
right?
There's certain stores you can't even come in without a mask.
Well, I'm not even just saying the mask, but if everybody's vaccinated that has to go into that store, do you need a mask? Like, so it's like, I understand both sides, but it's kind of not fair to the vaccinated people that have to still walk around. You have to have a mask. You have to, like, so what was the point of getting the vaccine restriction wise? I understand the health benefits that if you're less likely to get, death defyingly sick, but that's also another thing. The people that are really the majority of the fatalities are not necessarily coming, from what I understand, are not necessarily coming from the unvaccinated, but it's people with, not even that. It's people that have other health issues. People that are obese. People that, you know what I mean. They have other, ailments. They got other, medical issues going on. So the average 25-year-old healthy person, if they have COVID and they have a vaccine, they're typically going to be okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So is it fair to punish them and make them go through the same restrictions as, saying maybe a 300-pound 58-year-old? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see that as being.
At the end of the day, it's all falls about the money, dog. Because these stores are not gonna stay open. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. They're trying to avoid another shutdown. So that's the thing about everybody getting vaccinated.
But now they're saying
Niggas
you
don't
need
want-
boosters and stuff like that for the people that already got vaccinated. So it's like the science keeps changing so much and so fast, and rightfully so, because this is new.
Mhm.
So I don't think you can really mandate and put strict, things into effect, mechanisms into effect to box people into having to do something that nobody even understands yet. Like, we don't understand this. We haven't had 10 years to study this, 15 years, and look at, okay, this is what we got here.
What I just said earlier about the cancer and the AIDS. You've been studying this for how long? Over almost 50 years, yo. Over. This shit just popped up out the blue, and you throw a vaccine out there in a couple months at the beginning of the year and expect for everybody to believe, like, want to take this shit. You can't.
So I think you gotta have grace on both sides, man. Like, I'm not telling anyone to not get vaccinated. Obviously, what I'm saying, I think that's a personal choice. And if you're comfortable with it, and from the science and from the numbers, it says that you're gonna be healthier if you should contact COVID. I think that's a smart decision to do it. But at the same time, I don't think that you can make people do it.
Nah, it shouldn't be like
with good conscience, because where's the line? Who's to say that you don't move the goalposts now, and now 5 years, 10 years later, there's another issue on something that you want to make people do, and now you go back to this as a precedent. We've done this before. We set the precedent, so we can make people do this. We can make, what I'm saying? I think it's a slippery slope that you dancing on when you mandating things, especially mandating things that you don't justifiably have the data, the evidence, the time, the studies, the research, all of that stuff.
It suggesting people to go out here and just take that in their own. They don't even know what's in it.
If you're mandating something that we've been, dealing with 15, 20 years, and that's kind of different because you've had time to, the side effects, what you know and kind of what you don't know yet. And I think it's still really early on. Even though it feels like we've been going through this forever now, is in medical time, it's really early on to be mandating anything off of what we understand at this point, man. So
nobody understands it. That's the thing. And everybody's still panicking and scared.
And it's okay to say we don't know, we don't understand it yet. That's all right.
They don't want to, they don't want to go through the embarrassment. Like, everybody done went to Harvard and all this, and they got this persona and these scientists and everything. They got a reputation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to go out here on the limb on TV of saying it's
but they've done that a lot and went out on a limb and said things, and then 6 months later you got to backtrack and clean this up and change that and modify this and you see what I'm saying? So sometimes it's best to be like, you know what, we don't fully understand this yet. This is what we think so far, and let's just be patient and have a little bit more time. Let's not rush to always want to be the first one to have the right information. Like, we don't know. And there's nothing wrong with saying we don't know. Like, we don't know.
They're scared to say that.
So if we don't know, you can't really judge people for not wanting to participate in something that you're saying is the right thing to do if we don't know yet. Like,
that's scared to say that though, man.
That's common sense.
I'm scared to say they don't know.
I know this is a touchy topic for people. I'm probably gonna get a lot of pushback on this just for just having open dialogue about the subject. But yeah, man, what do you guys think, man? As always, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts on the subject is. Let me know how y'all feel. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, man, share this and just share the conversation and share open dialogue about it, man. I think that's what's most important here. Yeah, that's all it is, man. It's just sharing information, not judging other people that don't have enough information yet, because none of us really do.
Takes a village, man. You gotta do your research. You want to get the shot, get the shot. You're grown, That's your decision. Everybody has a choice.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, man. I don't know. That's what wraps that up. Comment, like, subscribe down below, man. We out of here.